How y'all doing? If you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. Kind of a classic lineup we got. A toy bag with Schleich in it. We have a vintage Easy Money, which I don't know anything about, but it was $2. And we got a Monopoly. So let's dig into the Monopoly. Right. Usual rundown, there are 4 games we buy for parts. Those being Life, Monopoly, Clue, and Sorry. They've actually been selling a lot of this Monopoly money lately. Modern money seems to have picked up for whatever reason. They're actually kind of shitty. Actually, they cut them wrong. Be an error currency if it was actual money. It'd be worth more, but it is not. So we've got a set of modern money. Need those. I don't like the hotels and houses in this one. It's weird. I can still sell them though. And this has the alternate pieces. So what I do with these, I'll show you. We got the duck, the T-Rex, the cat, and the penguin. So what I do is I have a listing that's this listing, and then I've been selling random Monopoly pieces. So these 4 I can sneak into a random batch because they don't really mean anything, and that's where I get rid of my Monopoly pieces that go to games that I didn't have a complete game and didn't really have a use for them, Stranger Things or one of those Monopolies. So I just have a random lot, and they're selling pretty well. I'm gonna check and see action on this one, but either way, I'm going to get something out of it. So it's either going to be an 8 count for 8, or it's going to be the randoms for 8. And the money. So right away, we're there. I'm not going to count hotels and houses because I don't reliably sell them, although that's starting to pick up too. All right, let's look at this Easy Money game. This is a vintage Easy Money. I've seen the game. I've sold the game. But the one I sold was from the 90s. This looks like it's going to be late 70s. 74. So before I bust into it, we're going to check and see if there is any value to the game as a game. So I'm going to be more careful with the box if there is. Otherwise, we're just doing parts. So we got Easy Money 1974. 248. So generally if I'm trying to be quick about stuff, I'll just look at this page rather than going to sold. Because this will usually tell you exactly what's going on with it. So we have huge price discrepancies right on the front page. So unless this person's just selling the box, and even then that doesn't make a lot of sense. This tells you that it's probably not selling at all. People would be kind of in agreement on pricing otherwise. So they're doing a combination of 2 different games. There's some parts, which I want to see. Just the board, then the whole game for less than just the board. This all kind of points that this is not going to sell as a game. But whatever, we'll look. 248, 14. That is not good. So I'm guessing these are selling based on condition, which I can tell you right now, we're not going to be turning any heads with this. The box is not in good shape. You can see this one. The box is like crisp and clear. This one's kind of beat up, and 15 with free shipping. So why don't we just bust it open here? We'll see what we got. I think this game has a lot of money. That's kind of the gig. It's huge stacks of money. You don't have to worry about box condition, which is not ideal anyways. We got buildings. We got these cards. This basically looks exactly like Monopoly. So those they're like rubber. That's kind of weird. So we have like pawns here. Different colored houses and a variety of them. I don't think this is complete. So it looks like the pawns correspond to the buildings, and I'm missing a yellow. And a green. And there's an actual Monopoly hotel and a house in here. Yes, I don't think this is complete. Now, value-wise, if a board game is worth a bit of money, complete, there's going to be a great parts market for it because it's worth investing in if you need to complete one. With 14 sold, I'm not thinking that's going to be the case. Now, before we get too deep into this, actually, I think maybe we should just look at parts because I may end up just throwing this out. It's not going to do anything. The board's in really good shape. Yeah, I mean, this is Monopoly. Like, is there jail? Start 2,500. Hospital. Anyways, so we'll go look at this again. Easy money parts is what we want now. 28 parts for sale. We got boards. We're missing pawns for sure. That amount of houses is suspiciously high. We've got money. We've got these cards. So what we're looking at mostly, we see there's parts for sale. But also, before we look at how many have sold, we want to look at, is the price reasonable? Like, so right away, I look at this cards and 12 bucks. That's a lot. I can get the whole game for 15. Why would I buy your cards for 12? So if something's not moving, it could be a pricing issue. Somebody might want this, but they're not willing to pay an outrageous fee for it. So we got the money is also like 12 bucks. That's a weird number. I think it's the same guy. 9. But we're missing the dice. That's good. And then we have all the buildings and separate listings for $9. All right. So let's see, are we selling parts for this? 3. So that's 2 sets of the tokens on the houses. Now what I can do, and what I will do actually, I'm going to sell everything in the game box for 9. It's not complete, but that undercuts absolutely every parts listing. Weirdly, this was being sold. I don't quite understand why. And it's not going to make me much, but it is going to recoup my loss. And also, it puts feelers out to know if I run into this again, if I do have some views on it, if I do move it, if I can get this for $2 again, I might as well. I'm not going to add it to the total because I honestly don't know if it's going to go, but we're just putting out feelers to see what's what. All right, so let's look at this bag of toys. All right, now we have a toy bag. So my rule on toy bags is if I can visibly see the value, I just grab it. Don't really get too much into it. I immediately saw 3 Schleich horses. That's more than enough to pay for the $4. But there's more stuff in here. So, go through this quick. Mostly animals, but not all of them look like Schleich animals. So we got this deer. This is junk. You can see on the bottom there it's a mold. Not well put together. Doesn't have a name on it. And it feels like the leg you can bend with ease. So that is nothing. So if one of the Schleich horses, you can tell Schleich right away. Actually, that's not a Schleich, is it? What is this? A Papo. Okay. Not bad, but they tricked me with the horseshoes. Usually the horseshoes are an indication of Schleich, but this is a Papo, which they'll sell. Not as well, but hopefully not all that. I just looked real quick and figured it was a Schleich. Oh no, this is a Collect A, which is a junk brand. It's actually not bad, but nobody buys them. And again, you can tell because the legs do that. So Collect A, Frisian Bull. That's not going to move. We'll check just in case. I would feel mighty stupid if I bought this bag and there's nothing in it that I can sell. What is this? Okay, this is the Schleich one. So whatever. I mean, that's going to be decent value at any rate. That there. The Papo, we'll see. They're not dissimilar. It's just the name. To Collect A cow, maybe. This has got to be Schleich, right? No, that's a Papo as well. Interesting. So I haven't run into a lot of Papo except for they did a fantasy series. And I've sold a lot of stuff from that. Still have some, actually. This is a junk horse, just kind of same as the deer. Low quality dog figure. I sometimes put dog figures together because dogs sell so well. This is like a lot of 5 dogs. In fact, we can pull that up. Good idea of how many lot of 5 dogs I have going. Lot of 5 dogs. Oh, so I only have 2 at the moment. Okay. So I have sold some, apparently, because I had quite a few of these for a time. But, yeah, you just put random dogs together. All the same size. People buy it just as for kids, or they'll buy it as like a knick-knacky thing. But, yeah. All right. Okay. This action figure is kind of interesting. It almost looks like a G.I. Joe. It's definitely not. The elbow bends the wrong way, for one thing. The hands are wrong, and it looks cheap. Like the face isn't... They didn't finish painting the face, but the articulation is like a little G.I. Joe. So what is this? I can't even read it. This is the smallest damn writing. I can see like Donglong China. I don't think it's a brand of anything. Yeah, it's junk. I'm not going to bother lensing it. So get a pig. No markers on it at all. Penguin. More the same. That one's a little nicer quality though. We have a very dirty duck. That's China. We have an Ertl horse. The Ertl stuff does move pretty well, but not something that small. We have a lamb. This is junk. I don't even have to look at it. Same. Another Ertl. A goose. This isn't as much of a banger as I thought. And, you know, it's shame on me for not actually looking. I still honestly would have bought it just for the one horse. A really cheap dog. It doesn't look like a dog. It's like neon yellow. Alright. Most of this is garbage. I'll keep the Ertls, and I'll put them in a bin for later. I'll keep the dog, too, just in case. Farm stuff probably isn't going to move. It's really low end. So that'll all get tossed. Alright. We'll start at the bottom of the barrel. Collect A. And that is a cow. So, the issue with Collect A is that you really can't find it when you're looking for it. Try putting it as one word. Yeah, that worked a little better. 233. It's not terrible, it's just not good. Like, you can feel that it's an inferior brand. And that's it, right? Yeah. So, Holstein Bull. Wow, 20 sold. That is unusual. For 12 bucks. Right, so we're going to collect a bull. Yeah, it said Frisian, didn't it? That seems more. Frisian bull, not Holstein. Couldn't tell you the difference. All right, so 33 for sale. 0 sold. But that other listing, it's this one. It just doesn't say Collect A. So the problem is if you list an unbranded item. You know, this is all Schleich. None of this says Collect A. Or Collecta, maybe. I don't know. Move Frisian, just use bull. And we got, okay, bull moose. Bull elephants. Everything but the cow. Yeah, so the fact is, if nobody's going to find this, even if you just wanted Frisian bull. figure. 97. That's actually a lot less than I thought. So 97. $15 sold, but they're all Schleich. So, yeah, this isn't going to move, unfortunately. All right, so we got Papos now. Papo horses. And it's 2007. So this is what they do, though. Oh, whoops. There we go. This is the only thing I've run into them for is the world of, like, fantasy. And this horse doesn't have a whole lot of farting on it. 2007. And I'm thinking this is a set, because these look like a foal and like a mom. So we're just looking for regular horses. Papo black foal. All right, here we are. That's totally what we have. So some rearing ones. Yeah, it's just in the mix there. I don't know, maybe they tried to do this and then it didn't move, so then they just went in that direction. Like medieval stuff. So we're going to see if any of them move. The medieval stuff I know sells because I've sold it. Alright, so we got, oh, there's Schleich and Papo. Okay. That's a Papo. That is a Papo. Okay. I think I could sell these as a unit. 2007 Papo, whatever kind of horse this is. It's a mare and a colt. I can see that working. As long as I do it for like $10, I think it'll go. All right. Gather in a bit. Now we have one that we know is actually going to sell for something. So we have Schleich. So the way you find this, the easiest way, gender and year. Stallion, 2012. It'll give you everyone. It doesn't take long to find because they don't make a ton of them year by year. This is Thunder. That doesn't seem right. Black Appaloosa. I don't have the saddle or anything. That's the right one. Black Bronco Appaloosa. $2,800 of these. So we're looking at 18 is rather high for this. But if that's what it's going for, that's what it's going for. I don't know why it would. Sometimes these just are weirdly expensive. So we're looking at 12 now. And I'm hoping to run into this guy. This guy sells nothing but Schleich stuff as far as I can tell, and he uses the skee ball thing. And anytime I see his listing, I know that is the bottom dollar. So I don't even bother continuing to look at that point. I know that's what it would go for. He's got that one, but not mine. All right. So let's look at sold listings. We got 2,800. Horses always sell. That's not possible. 0, but then there's a bunch of results. So I don't think this is an Appaloosa. I think somebody copied a crappy listing. See, we got rearing stallion. We'll just do black stallion. We'll remove Appaloosa. So yeah, it came with a saddle and a guy. That's a problem. I do have a saddle, but it's not the right one. I do have a rider, and it's not the right one. But that's definitely it. Black Bronco. It's going to move. I don't know why it's not popping up. Just seems to be a misconception about what it's called. Bucking Bronco. Stallion. This is Appaloosa again. I will just do... I'll do 9 on it. Not a good day, particularly, but I did get, some more horses. These always go, and I'm running low. Monopoly's always good. The volume pricing thing is a new thing on eBay, so I put all my Monopoly stuff on volume pricing, and I did sell a double count of something. But I'm waiting for somebody to clean me out, which is kind of the point. But either way, we posted a win. I'll take it. So if you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.